Outrage as Malaysia. And Nuria, tell me what kind of Stockholm syndrome is that? This is literally punching yourself in the face like that. Outrage as Malaysian female minister advises husbands to beat their stubborn wives
What am I
gently
hearing?
to discipline them for unruly behavior.
Stop it. No.
She's saying it herself. It's not some Muslim cleric saying it because he wants to keep his hegemony over women. It's a woman herself saying it. She's like, it's okay. And she's a minister, not just an ordinary village woman.
Yeah.
She's a minister. So
She's in a position of power and presumably educated and wow.
Presumably.
This
That's
is
what
high
Islam
level
does.
internalized misogyny, huh? High level functioning
high level.
internalized misogyny.
Now,
Bloody hell.
let's just go through this. But it says,
Yeah.
but if that did not work, the minister said the husbands should strike their wives. So first they should sleep. Look at this. Look at her chain of instructions. She said, so the husbands should sleep separately first from wives for 3 days if the women do not change their unruly behavior. And then, if it does not work, then husbands should strike their wives. Deputy Minister for
Casual
Women.
domestic violence. Casual.
Deputy Minister for Women and Family. She's a Deputy Minister. It's like
Flippin' heck.
it's like.
How do you...
Isn't that funny? It was like the education minister of Taliban said there's no point of degrees.
Maybe this is what Mohammed meant when he said no woman leader would ever be successful, because this is not a good stance that she's coming from. Maybe it's a woman like her that will never make a nation successful.
It's like the Pakistani Minister for Human Rights said that bring back public execution.
Yeah.
Minister for Human Rights saying that. And then
Only in these parts of the world will you get these statements. Only.
And the Minister for Women and Family is saying that wives should be beaten up by their husband gently. Okay, albeit she said
I wonder
gently.
if her husband took her advice.
Yeah, this is the lady. Look at her. She's like,
Come
ooh,
on.
gently, just a bit gently. Look at that. She said it in a video. And is that her husband? Deputy Minister for Women and Family. Oh, that's her husband. Yeah.
Yes, that is her husband.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, so those of you who
God, I hate to think
leftist-
about what happens when they have a disagreement. Like, how do you define unruly?
No.
You know.
She basically
Jesus.
says that. So what that also means, it's not only just the fact that how you're beaten or something. Obviously, even if you're symbolically beaten, that is an insult to a woman who is supposed to be an equal partner in crime,
Very
in
deep.
life. But what it also does, it also says that your husband is above you. Just respect what he says. And it's against human nature. No matter what that is.
Yeah, but pious wives are obedient as per Allah. The moon god tells you so.
So in case some people, or modern Muslims or modern feminists or you know, those wokeists who say, no, it's just that woman who's just stupid who's saying that. Where does that come from? It directly comes from the Quran. It says men are in charge of women by what Allah has given one over the other, meaning what Allah has given one a penis, the other one a vagina. Sorry, bad luck, ladies. And what they spend for maintenance from their wealth. So righteous women, there you go, that's what you were saying. So righteous women are devoutly obedient. That's it. That you're not a righteous woman if you're not obedient. Guarding in their absence what Allah would have them guard. So basically they're not cheating. But this is a full stop and a new.
Yeah, go on.
But those wives from whom you fear arrogance. So, okay, if you fear arrogance from them, meaning, you know, they talk back to you, they say, well, no, I don't want to do this for you. Why are you always flirting with women? I don't like the way you told me off in front of your sister or whatever. But if you fear arrogance from them, even if you fear, you think that she might do something, first advise them, oh, so nice of you. She actually missed that first step. That woman, she missed the first step. She said stop sleeping with them and then hit her. So actually, you know, the first step, there you go. There's a bit of a leniency in the Quran. First, don't talk to her. You know, so I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Then if she persists, forsake them in bed. And if that husband is Ali Dava, I mean, I'm not sure that's a punishment. And finally...
Oh, man, that's not going to be... Yeah.
Because you're like, thank goodness.
Yeah, so I'll get
should-
a day off. Bloody hell. I should be
piss him
more...
off.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm not going to joke about this. This ayat I have specific beef with. This is the ayat that nearly got me, like, locked up and held hostage. So I properly have beef with this
This is
verse.
it. Modern progressive Muslims. This is it. And look at this. Lightly is in the bracket. It's not in the Arabic. It says daraba, meaning hit them, beat them, strike them. Finally, strike them. Lightly has been added by these modern interpreters, and hence the woman as well. She said, beat them gently. All right. Would a friend allow to be beaten up gently by his other friend? No, because it's not so much the beating; it's actually the insult to you as a person.
Yeah.
It's the act of it.
The
Even the same with the
dynamics at
handkerchief.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not an equal human being. You're below me. It's like literally what the show is like.
It's mimicking how they would tame chattel as well. Like it's the most disrespectful thing, and that's why in Islam we are lumped in with domestic animals and chattel, and it's all
Muhammad
yeah.
and Muhammad himself. I don't really use that against him. Muhammad did not really beat his wife Aisha per se. He did hit her, so I wouldn't say that as a thing. But anyway, his companion
from him, but
as a recurring thing, or at least what we know.
Omar loved dishing it out.
Yeah, there it is. Omar, Sunan Ibn Majah, Isa Hadith, Hassan Hadith, very respectable. This guy is telling a story. I was a guest at Umar's house one night, and in the middle of the night, he went and hit his wife. Like, it doesn't actually say she did something. Umar was a psychopath and is the third most respected figure in Sunni Islam. So who knows? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But look, by the sounds of it, looks like he just got up and said, he must have remembered something, and he just went and hit his wife. And I separated them. So the guest is saying, I tried to separate them. When he went to bed, he said to me, "Oh, Ashad, I learned something from the messenger of Allah," meaning Muhammad. A man should not be asked why he beats his wife. So you shouldn't even ask him that why you beating your wife.
Imagine that, where he's saying, like, he's already saying, I've heard this from the Prophet, that, like, first of all, no questions asked, like, let me carry on doing what I do. And second of all, if you couple that with, even if you fear disobedience from the Quran, imagine if you, like, you already are saying there's no questions asked. If your wife comes tomorrow with, like, blue eyes and purple bruises, no one has the right to inquire as to what happened. But secondly, if anybody was to ever inquire, the fact that she hasn't even done something, you could make up anything out of thin air that you feared, because that's still justified by your God, your sick, sadistic, misogynistic God.
Even refusal to sex, obviously.
Even if you fear a refusal for sex, if you think she's going to say no, she won't be up for it tonight, or she's tired, or whatever. If you fear that, you have the right to go ahead and carry out these 3 steps that the moon god tells you to do. And I'm not even saying Allah today.
Just putting it out there, as I said, Muhammad himself did this incident, so people might think, oh, hang on, just for the record's sake. This is Sahih Bukhari 4608. There was this long hadith, basically. The Prophet made his camel kneel down and dismounted and laid his head on my lap and said, Abu Bakr came to me and hit me violently on the chest and said, "You have detained the people because of a necklace." So there was a whole incident on necklace, but this one, Abu Bakr, who's a father, and he hit Aisha in front of Muhammad, and there's another riwayah as well where Muhammad also hit as well. But these things happen in Umar hit Hafsa in the presence of Muhammad as well, his daughter and Hafsa's wife. So there are these stories where it happened in front of Muhammad and Muhammad did not really stop them. So wife beating, it's a big thing. Yes, Muhammad.
Go on.
You go on. Muhammad himself might have only hit Aisha once, where Aisha said that he hit me and it hurt me on the chest. And Abu Bakr also hit, Umar also hit their respective daughters, who happened to be wives of Muhammad. And Muhammad, actually, there was one instant where Muhammad actually smiled. And the whole pretext was these women had been giving him hard time. I think it's after that when Hafsa caught him having sex with her maid, Maria, the Coptic slave. And that brought a lot of trouble to Muhammad, because both of these wives, Hafsa and Aisha, were nagging him that why did you do this? And the chapter 65, verse 5 verses came in relation to that as well. So at that time, they were nagging him. Umar and Abu Bakr came and they both hit their respective daughters. And Muhammad smiled. Muhammad did not stop them.
Yeah, and I just want to say on the point of Omar as well, there is this hadith, I'm trying to pull it up, but I have it here on my phone. Basically, there was an instance where Omar married a woman, had intercourse with her, and he found that her black hair was streaked with white hair. He divorced her and said, "A mat in a house is better than a woman who cannot bear children."
Yeah.
So literally, this is just the mentality of Omar. And I've heard that in English, this is obviously translated to "a mat in a house is better than a woman who cannot bear children." But in Arabic, the word used for mat there literally refers to like twigs compiled to like make this. It's not even like a carpet or like a nice rug. It's literally like twigs. So Omar is then equating a woman who cannot bear children for whatever reason, whether it's age or, biologically, whatever the reason is, he is equating a woman who's infertile to a doormat that you tread and stomp on,
Yeah.
and saying that a woman who that is better than a woman who can't
Yeah.
procreate. So that's just the psyche of this man who is considered,
Well,
as you said, like the lion of Islam.
and it translate in people's behavior. Like in Islam, women are their primary role is to make babies. So basically, they're considered baby making machines, and only exclusively my baby making machine. Hence the burqa and hijab. And Daniel Hakikachi said it in his voice in his debate with me. He said that women empowerment leads you to lower fertility rates. And he said that look at the women today in the Western world, fertility rates have been falling, which was actually a flawed argument. It's a lot more than just women empowerment. It's just desire for a better quality of life is probably the bigger reason, because there are some Sharia infested countries as well, where you still don't have where fertility rates are falling, even in countries like Pakistan, because people have a desire to. But anyway, besides the point. But he was making the point that you need to make more babies. Women's role is to make babies, fertility rate, and that can only be achieved through a regressive Islamic system. And yeah, women are supposed to be just making babies all the
Yeah.
time.
I just sent you that hadith. If you could just share it so people know I'm not just like making this up. And
Yeah,
also we should not forget that Umar was the one who separated the fact that believing women should wear the hijab and cover up, and non-believing women are fair game. This is also down to him. But yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was talking about, where he's comparing women who can't bear children to a doormat, and it's even worse in Arabic if you speak Arabic.
yeah. Doormat. Well, even in English, doormat is an absolute insult. You treat me like a
Yeah,
doormat.
it's like, yeah, you walk all over me. It comes from the
Yeah,
expression of, yeah, exactly, being
yeah,
trampled on like that, and you're worthless in a way.
yeah. Well, that's just one face of Islam. So this woman, just to wrap it up, this woman who made this outrageous statement. If you're outraged by this, then don't get outraged at this female minister. Get outraged at Islam. Well, we just gave you the evidence. Islam
She's
enables
just
that.
being a Muslim, to be
She's just
fair.
being a Muslim. She's just being
She's
a
just being an
Muslim.
obedient Muslim woman. She's just
As
doing
she
what
is,
Islam requires of a woman.
as she is instructed.
Exactly.
If you like these videos and want to support me in my activism, then you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Stay free, everyone!